Hey, good morning, everyone. Tim here. Just taking off, crunching up a little breath mint in my mouth. I'm exhausted. I just did a workout right outside my camper. I had bought a long time ago a bench. It's not a workout bench, it's a bench you stand on like a scaffolding. I'll show it to you in a video sometime. That you can get on top of I put it next to the 4Runner so I can get up on top and reach the things I might put up in the luggage rack up there. And it's very lightweight aluminum, has these fold out legs. I got it at Harbor Freight. It's really nice, a 40-inch. And I sit it outside the camper there, and so my neighbor had these two dumbbells, of which I've been looking for them on Facebook Market. Well, they're wanting over $1 a pound. During the beginning of the pandemic, I had two 25s that I listed on Facebook Marketplace when I was getting ready to leave Sarasota and come to Boynton, and they were just heavy, and I was becoming a minimalist, and I said, well, I don't need these. You won't believe how many people contact me to buy those 25-pound dumbbells, because remember, the gyms were closed and everybody was doing workouts at the park or outside, and organizing little groups. So weights were like, man, if I had a bunch of them, I could have made some money. Well, they're still bringing good money, over $1 a pound. So anyway, he has a 30 and a 35, which I got to build up to, because although I got no problem, bench pressing them or shoulder pressing those, they are a bit heavy for curls. So I have to spot myself, which is fine, and I'll build up. But that little bench that I'm talking about, I put a blanket down on it. I mean, a beach towel, I should say, and fold it lengthwise, and it goes over the whole thing, and I can lay on it, and I can do leg raises, knee pull-ups. I can even lean against it with my feet out sideways and do push-ups. I can do curls by sitting on it. So I was able to do squats, curls. I sat down on it and I did the tricep, where you hold the dumbbell lengthwise and raise it behind your neck. There's nothing at the gym I could do any more than I did this morning, and so that's going to be a good routine. I'll tell you what got me motivated, and the purpose of making this video is I retired. I started drawing my Social Security at the age 62, and I never worked a lot because I worked for myself for 30 years. So I never, had to get up at 8 in the morning, work till 5, and give 40 to 60 hours of a week for 20 or 30 years to some corporation. I didn't do that. For 30 plus years, I worked for myself. Prior to that, I was in the car business, where I was a floor whore, and I was there bell to bell, 9 to 9, weekends, for 17 years. So I did do my time. But once I started my own business, I swore I would never work those kinds of hours again, or weekends. And the business I had did afford me to, work when I wanted to work. I was my own boss and a sole proprietor. So anyway, when I retired, it was like, okay, even that little bit of work that you did, let me turn this camera around. I'll sit here in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot a few minutes until I go in. I've got the VIP card, once a day, any size, hot or cold, iced coffee for $2. Expires on the 11th, so almost done. But when you don't have to work at all and you hit retirement, then you got to keep yourself busy. You got to start filling those hours. So I'm doing first of all, I do need a part-time job to supplement my income. I really do. Anyway, that's another story. I'm gonna get into that, and that'll fill more time. But as a retired person, you can get bored. You're sitting around, you're like, all right, I ain't gonna be anywhere. I don't have to do anything. I can do what I want. So I'll take a walk in the morning, have coffee, go get a coffee, walk over near the beach, maybe go to the beach like I have the last couple of days, and I'm gonna do again in about an hour. And then the rest of the day, I can take a drive, go to Walmart, where I go all the time, pick up a few things. Then I can come home, make, grill something. And, but I don't want to sit around the camper all day and watch TV and not, come outside. So you got to figure that if you sleep 8 or 9 hours, I should be so lucky. I sleep about 6 during the day. That leaves a lot of hours to fill for the rest of the day. So you got to get a schedule. So I'm building one right now, like with this workout I just did. That's definitely going to be part of my routine every morning. Either before or after my walking, I'll mix it up. I will go get my coffee or make a pot of coffee. It's expensive to go out and get a coffee every single day. So I'll leave that on rare occasion. And then during the day, you go to the beach, you work on the tan, take a drive, make a video. If you got some shopping to do a couple times a week, you go pick up your necessary items, whether it be food or toiletries or whatever. Search for good deals. Go and visit the granddaughters. Catch up on your laundry. So there's a lot of things you can think of to do to keep you busy. But you do have to create a new habit, because when you're in the habit of, like you working people, you go to bed, you get up, you got to go to bed a certain hour so you get the right sleep. Get up, you got to prepare a breakfast, your kids or whatever you're doing, to get yourself to that office or that job on time. And then you got to put in the 8 hours, 9 hours with a lunch hour of that day. And then when you get off, you're fighting traffic. You got to pick up some dry cleaning. You got to get dinner made. And it's a real rat race. And because it's a habit, people are just used to it. That's just what they do. But when you look back in hindsight, when you retire one day and you think about 40 to 60 hours a week, the best hours of your life for 20 to 30 years you gave to some corporation. Hopefully it built you something and you get a pension or whatever, and even hopefully you enjoyed that job. Or maybe over that 20 or 30 years, you had multiple careers, multiple jobs. You end up getting no pension. You just gave away your life. You did what you had to do to pay bills. But it's really interesting to look at it now as a retired person, where I do have, a regular check every month that hits the bank. They keep threatening it's going to go away one day, but hopefully not. And it just got increased another $100 or so, 125, 30 bucks more I got, which was welcomed. And now if I can just pick up something 2 or 3 days a week and make myself $1,000, $1,500 more a month in my pocket, I'm allowed to make $21,000 a year drawing Social Security without being penalized. Well, if I made 15 a year or that amount, that'd be a game changer. I mean, between the grub stake I get every month from the government and making, some extra money. And what would be really great, I think, is if I can find the 3-day a week, 4 to 6 hours, whatever, part-time job that would actually be fun and something I would want to do, for years maybe, not just a few months and say, this sucks, and then go get something else. I'd really like something to fall on my lap. I'd like to cross paths with somebody doing something. Miss Tammy and all my friends, of course, being in sales my whole life, they've always told me, oh, you need to get into something where, you can talk to people, sell something, you're a great salesman, you're good with talking with people. And this is all true. I'm the best. I'm really good at that. I'm very comfortable with that. I can't build a doghouse. Don't ask me to work for Home Depot and ask me where the nails are. I'm the wrong guy. I'm sure I'd figure it out if I did work there and study the aisles, but that is not, being facetious. Anything I can go down and pick up some product and come home. I don't even own anything but maybe a screwdriver and some pliers. I'm just not a handsy tradesman in that way. I've always been in sales. Even since I was a little boy, when I used to solicit people to take the newspaper. I've been going door to door selling my whole life. And then, the 17 years in the car business, they came to me, but, I had to sell them the car. But anyway, the point of the video again is, retirement life. Find yourself a schedule. Now, I'm an RVer. I think traveling with a 4Runner, between the people that like 4Runners and people that like RVing, and specifically a Wolf Pup, and seeing America and places, I could probably help people with providing information on all the above. How the truck does, how it is in a camper, being in a small camper, or showing them areas of the country they might want to visit, places I might go. So this would all be fun and exciting. So the only thing that's holding me back from doing that right now is I'm in the only warm spot in the entire country. Every year in the wintertime, it's freezing, and I don't do cold weather. Not to mention the camper, if it got cold like below 32 degrees for a couple of nights in a row, my little water lines and stuff, they're just underneath the camper. I don't have a diesel pushing Prevost that has heated lines and they're inside the floor, and I could burst my lines and things. So I wouldn't want to go anywhere where I would possibly have an issue like that with plumbing. One thing you want to work in that RV is an air conditioner or a heater and running water with a toilet. So, but I'll put some videos together about the camper. So I'm really working with that little Wolf Pup, making it my own. And now, if I can get a little job, get my health going, you still got to concentrate on your mental health, your physical health. We'll see. But anyway, let me make this one, let me cut this one off, go in and get my iced coffee, and I'm going to go take my walk over near Boynton Beach. And I did my workout already. Working on my guns, my tries, my forearms, and my chest. That little bench thing, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll make a video, and it's pretty cool. And so now I don't even have to pay $10 a month for a UFit gym. I got my own gym. So I'm working some things out, and I am definitely crushing it.